Hi, hola. Yesterday I looked up Keith Johnston, who is known, I think, as the father of improvisation in a way, or theater sports. And I found out that he died last year. I didn't know he turned 90. I think 90 years. And I remember in the 90s I was reading his book, Theater and Improvisation, and I actually would love to get it again because there was so much in there about how we are taught being already in school being perfectionistic in a way, and rather than listening to our instincts. And I remember that the book spoke very much to me. I was already on my improvisation journey. And I was actually fortunate enough to do 2 workshops with him in Germany, that was still. And I loved a lot about what he had to say and what he was about. I think that the theater sports he invented got into direction at some point that he didn't like so much anymore, what people made of it. And so then he went down another route. But the idea that I was just reading yesterday about him as well, that he would have, instead of when they had meetings, that he would, instead of, he noticed that the talking about things didn't really work. So he had people actually improvise instead, improvise, get them into action and improvise about the subjects they were talking about. And that really speaks to me a lot, because I think, and I know this for myself, we can get so much caught up in the whole figuring out game, and nothing ever happens and nothing ever changes. Like, I'm sitting there and trying to figure out how to solve health issues or how to do the money thing or whatever it is, and often it's like this cycle. And I also remember that I used to find it incredibly tiring if you were in a group trying to do something creative and then you ended up discussing instead of doing. And this is why I believe that using improvisation, that's the way how I coach people as well. I don't necessarily prepare. I really want to be there and give the person what they need in the moment. My preparation is a lifelong learning in improvisation, because I use it in my art for sure, in everything. And I would love to use it more in my life from time to time too, and I'm always working on it in some way or capacity. I just think that we can get lost in this, doing courses, for example, and learning systems, but we are still caught in all these parts of ourselves that are protecting us, like our inner critic or the self-doubt voices. And what I have found is always when I have improvised, not that every improvisation ever was good, but once I got into the improvisation, it's like by stepping those inner critics and self-doubt voices and accessing something deeper inside of myself, and that was more true to me, and that felt always, I think I still remember improvisations from years ago because I felt so alive. And I think when we try to be more authentic and more authentically visible, improvisation and getting into the action and trying things out, or improvising the inner critic, for example, and having even fun with it, can be a great way forward, because it's like you're kind of stepping out of your normal, what you usually do and how you usually think, and you can get some great information as well as a good idea about how to move forward. And it's something that's out of the head into the body, that's really felt. And then it's much easier actually to act upon it. So that's been my take on why I think that improvisation as a tool to move us forward into authentic visibility, or also for creativity in general, is just incredibly precious. So, have you ever improvised in your life, or do you know anything about it? I would love to hear. This is Anja Kersten, working with hiding artists and creative entrepreneurs. Have a good day. Take good care. Bye-bye.